Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a new episode of Transport Fever. This is one of the things I had to record a second time. And the reason for that is that I did two different recordings yesterday and found out today that both of them were lacking sound, or better said, my comments. Maybe not that many comments, but they were still missing it. So I have to redo everything again. The advantage, I know what I do have to do, and I will give a quick summary of the last episode because I've been adding some stuff after I closed my previous recording. And to do that, I have to bring up starting this area, and I will bring only the area selection in. So first thing I did was adding the construction materials train. And the plan is this one is going to pick up the construction materials here, transport. I have to close down that panel for a moment. Transport construction materials to Frenchie, travel back, transport to Engem, travel back. So it's basically an A, B, A, C trip. That's one. Then when I had done that, I realized that I never ever actually set up the next stage of that trip. I had the first part done, which is picking up the stones and travel it to the construction material plants and from the construction material plants to the cargo station. Currently, we don't see much, but in the end, we will actually notice. I can do this over here, by the way. We will see that some of the items are actually being picked up, and given all the construction I actually did last time, the train didn't run much. This one is also important because we will get that one entering the station at some point if all goes well anyway. So as said, I had done this part and I had done the train tracks, but I completely forgot that after construction materials would be dropped off over here and thus end up at this pot, there was nothing transporting it from the truck station to the area. No, that's not the right one. I need this one. All goods are dropped off in the industrial areas. So at this time I will need him. Let me switch to buses for a moment because that would drop, and we see that transport, and now I can do this. This is what's going to be what we're going to need. So we have the train dropping off the materials here. They will be immediately transported by magic or whatever to the cargo station for road travel, and from that point on being delivered here, which is the same drop-off point I need for the commercial area. So that's an advantage. And from there being transported, the trucks are going back to the transporting station. Now, what I encountered first time when I set everything up was that there were two options. Either the trucks were doing a loop here, or they were actually traveling the other way around and crossing itself, which may cause congestions at some point. So I've been setting up two waypoints, one to force the trucks to actually come in from one side and exit from the other one, and a second up here to make sure that they start using. This time I can switch it off. More general roads, and what we have here is that's a main road, and that's a main road. Even this is a main road, and only this one is slightly smaller. So it's all going nice and well, and we actually, yes, we still have possible congestion spots, especially here, because we have 3 lines traveling across this T crossing, but all in all, it's a lot more safe. Plus, because the oil, which is the black line, and the construction materials, which is the red line, are actually splitting off, they won't cause a problem. And the green one is also making it a lot easier. So that's one. Then, when I had that, I was like, yeah, but hang on a sec. You're also transporting construction materials here. So I had to do the same thing. The good thing, it's this purple one. I had another problem, and that problem is caused by the fact that the stop I created for the commercial zone doesn't cover the industrial zone. So I had to make adjustments again, and as you can see, the stuff is being picked up over here, and the trucks are actually traveling outside. Yes, there is an option. I admit there is an option to connect this and then force the trucks using this road and going back, because like I said, I don't want them to cross each other. The other option is actually going around here and travel through the residential area, turn around and go back. That's something I don't want either, because this button, what I want to avoid, especially here in the residential area, is getting too much emission. And you see the number here. If I hover over, it's already 70 plus. It's even higher here. I want to avoid this going too high, because the moment I do get it too high, it will get problems up here. It will stop my population growth. So that's why I said that the route I had in mind, and I can do it this easier, is trying to avoid as much from the cargo station and the passenger area as possible, which means the only solution I had was this road, or even through here. But I had to access the stop at this site. Connecting it like this, that would mean making a circle, and that won't work. So everything all in all added together, I think this is the easiest solution. Also, because the other ones can't run, the other routes can't use the platform number 3. So I had to make adjustments. That's what I did at the end of the last recording, the last published recording. Yesterday, I've been doing the same thing I'm going to do today. and that's starting a transportation train line from here to there. The reason is we've got grain here. We've got, now I need to scroll back. There it is. We've got cargo. I'm using a mod which loads grain and food in the boxcars. So what I can do, what I will do, is at some point set up 3 routes. The first one being grain to the cargo station. The second one, a train route transporting, I don't need this one yet, transporting the grain up here. Oh, sorry, then it becomes 4 routes. The third route will actually transport grain to the food factory and food back. And that also means I may, depending at the amount of food I'm able to stock, not that much, I may have to add a second. I'm curious. It's at full 200%. It's not upgrading yet. Okay. So I may actually increase the, no, I don't have to increase. If I'm lucky. I don't have to increase the farm yet. Because if I'm not mistaken, it would upgrade. If I'm running for some reason short on food, I will simply add a feeder route from this farm to the factory to cover everything else. So there are possibilities. After all, 2 grain, 1 food. So if I use a train to transport all my grain from here to the food factory, I will return with only half the food I actually need, and I don't want that. So the last route is going to be from the station, and I've already decided the station is coming here into the commercial area to drop off the food and start growth of people. That also means that I will have to set up a second passenger line starting here, going this direction. And heading this direction is opening up new possibilities, considering I don't want to start a passenger route this way yet. So that's a new option. Plus, I got wood, that's it, logs and planks, which can be taken over here for goods, covering both goods production. That's one for him. And I need one here and I need one there. So I will probably have to start another another plastic production as well at some point. Now with all that done, let's start building, because at some point I will have to start the game, have the game running to make sure that I'm actually making money. If this one arrives, it'll be nice. Building. Passenger. I need 3 tracks. I'm going to make them a little bit longer. The only advantage of making a mistake, one of the few advantages of making a mistake, is that you're able to correct the mistake and actually save some time, because with yesterday's recording I had to run the train, was running the game at some point while it wasn't needed. I will have to switch back and forth a lot, so also zooming in and out, because this is my example station. We'll start working from here, and I'm sort of using the setup with the switches and the diamond crossings the way I remember something else I need to do. But I will use this whole setup for this side as well. I need to do this because otherwise I'm running into problem with the tracks. Later I will decide what to do next. Because there is an option here, but I will probably build something like a tunnel or a bridge somewhere over here, but that means I have to reconfigure the roads completely. And I prefer to do that after I did the tracks, not before. So what I was looking for was this. This station is having an express lane for both sides, one going left, one going right, to make it easy. So I'm going to do this. We did 3 tracks. I need 2 empty, a platform 3 empty. So let's do that. 3 tracks. I need express. That's platform 1 for cargo. 3 tracks. Platform for cargo. 1 track. And if I'm not mistaken, 1 platform, and that's it. Yep. So that's that part. That's the easy part, actually. Yeah, sorry. But it actually is, because from this point on, I'll have to build a lot more. I will build only 1 platform, probably the outer one. So I might as well do that now. Now I have to do something else. Check the terminals. 1, 2, 3. That's correct. And check the terminals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. Done. And now we start to do the fun stuff. I can't do the tracks in one go. Although the map is nicely flat, I can't do it in one go because I have to go around that farm and that iron mine. And I will start with this one. Reason, like I said, this is the express track, but if we take a look over here, we see that was bullshitting, because previous one started here at 2 and not at 3. Never mind. Yes, I do mind. If I be smart, then I do it like this. Start at platform 3 and connect it there. Now we can do the rest. I still have to make sure that I've got plenty of space left for the turn here. And that I have plenty of room for tracks around the iron mine. And then we end up at platform number 3, and that's it. So, 1. I'm running out of money. Here comes the next. And this is actually the easier part. I will use this rock as a reference point for now. And start building tracks, keeping the 100 kmh, which is quite nice. And more tracks. And that's it. That's one part. Basically, I just did those two and this one. The rest will become a second track, and those two will be merged into the other one. That's why I said I made a mistake. So this is becoming, no, we're not going to connect. New track. And like I said, I have this as a reference. This time I don't need that reference. This is probably close enough. It is. And done. 600,000. Okay. So I can actually pull a large part this direction. And done. Now, I need to do the same thing here. And this is going to be a little bit more complicated. Let's hope not. Nah, lucky. So, passenger setup is basically near complete. Last step I need to do is working at the switches, which means we're going to get switches over here. Yesterday I had a lot of problems because I started too close to the station. So let's avoid that today. Train can switch out over here. And since I'm only working with passenger tracks, I only need to do those at both sides. After everything merged, and since the last merging was done here, and there it is. So in general, all passenger trains can run, well, in this case, switch this off. We have passenger railroad 1 entering on platform 1. So the next train will depart from platform 2 or 3. And here we go again. This is going to become a passenger hub. So I've got two directions to go from here. One is basically going back a lot. The second one is going south. So in this case, we start at platform 3 and we're able to switch back on the right track without a problem because we're driving at the right side, so it will move from platform 3 already here using this crossing. On the returning trip, that's that track because we end up with this one when we move forward. Returning trip, it will go this way and using the same crossing. No, it doesn't need to cross. It can end up here. Other passenger trains can later use the same system. So I will most likely start splitting off after this one. But I also need to add the cargo trains, which means I need money. Which means let's have some train running for now. And let's see where they are. This one will take a while because its end is here. This one will, by the time that our machines arrive, this one probably hasn't even made it here. As we can see, we have stuff not waiting for the railroads, but we have stuff waiting here. And over time things will, I know they will, because I know the routes are working. Actually, here we are. First one for the train. So that works. One of the things I need to do is this train is at 49 minutes. That means I have to add a train at some point to cut this time in half or even less. I want to run it below 20 minutes. I like the 13 and the 17 minutes because so far, as you can see, the train's completely full. This one's full as well. So it's going to make a lot of money, for sure. So this one needs another train. So my choice currently is whether or not to continue building, and I did it last time and had a couple of trains entering in one go. Like now, we probably had an oil train arriving somewhere. And I can easily check that by simply, not that one, this one. It has arrived and it's already picking up it has picked up the oil. So we have an oil train arriving on the station. And because of that, we had the income. 1.8 million, that's enough to continue building. Let's keep it to that. So once again, here we go. I'm using the same idea. So the first track, which is close to my passenger tracks, will eventually end up in the middle. And that's why I went wrong previously. This one will end in the middle. The next one will end up over here. And the other two will simply be adding. So I will ignore this one. And I will start here. Which means people will, if you think, what he said, he will start here. Yes, but I want these tracks to connect properly. And I can only do that like this. This is one track. This is the other track. And with this, I'm able to make the better connection. So once again, the crossing. I can try to do the same size actually. And it won't work. And it won't work. Not the first time this happens. Now, it didn't work. So I start at the other side. Not this time. And there it is. Don't ask me how. It's logic of this game. It's really weird logic. Let's see. I need to go outside. So should I use previous? I started here as reference. That's way too long. This tree as reference works too. Done. Now I need one more, and here comes another fun part. I can't build it here because that means my train will be running at the wrong side of the track for way too long. So I will build my diamond crossing here. Done. And now we're going to do the nice part. First of all, oh, come on, stop messing with me. See, I already forgot what I did. Center. Now, wait a second. This one. Did I miss a platform here? 3, 3, 2, 1. I did something wrong. Probably with my connections here. Platform 3 and center. Ah, right. I know what I did. Or actually, what I didn't. That's what I didn't. Not nice. This is better looking. So we got the passenger tracks and we got the cargo tracks. Only thing we don't have is the connection to all platforms. But we do have that now. Really. Come on. So yesterday my recording didn't work. Yesterday I had a lot of problems with this as well, so I don't know what it is, but sometimes it just claims the curving isn't okay. You start at a new one, that's the wrong track. You start a new one and somewhat different position and it works. Here, like I said, and if I start this one, not this time. Yeah, beats me. And now I have to do it up here to make sure the express lines will be used properly. So that's yeah. And done. So this part works. This is going to be cargo. Train coming in and my signals will be added here one way, as you can see. Like that. So train coming in needs to go to the first cargo platform. It can continue nicely, switch here to this track, and it will completely miss out. but it can move here, continue, move here, continue, and eventually split off and done. Passenger tracks, ditto, leaving this station or having better coming in. It can move back here. It won't do that. I will set up a waypoint that it actually takes this one. Switch, 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 platform 1, done. If I want to, platform 2 or even platform 3, but I will have to set up, like I said, a waypoint or a signal here as reference to make sure that it's going where it has to go. Now, I was working on the same kind of crossings here, and it's going to be a little bit more complicated. This is okay. Signals. This time not a one-way. Wait, it can still be one way up here. So train coming in, platform 1 means it stays here and eventually splits off there. Platform 2 ditto, but platform 3 it will keep going straight. And here, if it has to do express, it will keep going straight and switch this direction, take the express. If it's coming for cargo, it has to merge somewhere. And I may be able, for platform 3, let's see if I may be able to use this open space. I got diamonds here. Cargo 1 can actually enter close to this switch. And this way. Because it enters and moves this direction, continues, is able to take that platform. The others are all nice. That also means I don't have to do switches in this area. I do have to do a lot of signals. First of all, the signals coming out of the station, they have to wait. Not one way. You have to wait here. You have to wait there. This is express. And express will be one way, but still may wait. Same goes for you. Oh, that won't work. This waypoint is heading that direction, and this signal is pointing the other direction. Same goes for that one. Like that, it has to be. Now it's this one. No, the other side. I had to wait here. You wait there. You wait there. This is the merger. This is the merger. Those two continue. It's a good thing if he waits any leaving. That means I can't build a signal here. This is the merger, so that one continues. Wait there, because that one comes up here. This one, I think I did it. I think this is it. That's one. Same thing going here. Wrong. Replace. I'll see about the express track later. And I'm going to do the fun part now, starting with the area here. I never want trains to stop crap. I never want trains to stop before a railroad crossing, or better said, on the crossing. So if I drop signals here, this road will be free for transports to pass. And the same goes for the other side, especially if you pick the right tracks. That one. From this point on, it's simply one-way signals. Making sure they won't block each other. Finance. I think I'm gonna make it this time. Nice. so nice if we enter the electric age, not because of the type of trains, but because the signals will be electric, and I don't have to worry about this piece blocking the sight of the other one. No more arms blocking or fearing that the arm blocks the other arm. So I got 2 minutes left. I had said in the previous voiceless recording that I would do this offline, but it's too much fun to actually do it now because I want to show you what happens if the train with machinery arrives. Oh. And I'm in the red. Won't be long. But I am in the red for now. I also have a 4 million debt to pay off. And that's something I really need to do at some point as well. Because the interest is blocking my expansion. Not much, because it's not that much interest. I simply hate to be in debt. There's the corn farm, so it won't be long before I'm actually at the point where I already did the signals. Just enough for 4 signals, okay? I that's it. So that's done. Now, like I said, I want to wait. So it's going to be a little bit longer. But I want to see what happens if my trains start picking up some goods. This one to arrive, this one to pick goods. Not yet. Nothing is transporting yet, so let's see which is where. I might as well take this one, it's easier. The question is which of the... This is the roads. 23. So nothing yet. I have to follow those buggers. Because I want to know which of the buggers actually has construction materials, or is going to load it up, which was the first of the team. I think this one. So we keep an eye on him well. But right now, my most important one is that one. Won't be long before it's dropping off the cargo. And I'm curious what 52 machines are actually doing. I hope, really hope, it's enough to build a second train. Because a second train also means that I'm able to transport this faster, and it also means that my next step, the next episode, I'm able to set up the entire goods and passenger transport for the city we just connected. Switch to passenger train here. Looks like it. Why the hell is it moving to passenger track? need to find an oil train. Oh no, it's moving on cargo track. Which is weird, because I really thought... Oh crap. Oh crap. So in general, I may have made a mistake by switching everything here. We'll see. Hey, something did pick up. No, it didn't. And here's my first 5 construction materials. So when that starts running better, it means I can supply more over there. I also think that either an oil or a plastic train enters, because that went down fast. So I will, like I said, 4,500 in loan. Let's drop that, because I'm paying 45k in interest. Let's drop that as fast as possible. The train is coming next. And another thing I checked in the Voiceless episode is the train itself. I was hoping to upgrade my train to one going faster. I noticed that the moment I did that, I wasn't able to transport as much as I did. So I was gaining speed at a higher cost, and at the same time also running into more ineffective. Just like, I think I was able to do 5 cars instead of what I have now with this train. So instead I decided to keep the 40 kilometers an hour train, the ones I have now, because if I'm gaining 10 kilometers an hour more, so 25% in speed, but I lose 50% of my cargo, that's still at least 25% loss. And with the higher cost, that's not a good deal. So I prefer slow and a lot over fast and a little. Looking at the amount of plastic waiting, I can easily set up another train, picking up plastic here. There's another big train coming in, because boomed into the 2 million. There we are. 2 millions. All that machinery. Though this is really profitable. Now that one. It's not there yet. It's going to transport 3. So we have a big train able to transport 52 construction materials, and it's going to transport 3, maybe a little bit more depending on what's 7. So that's 1 or 2 cars maximum. So it looks like that train will be having a loss for a while. That's the next one. I really hope this one is able to drop it off before the train arrives. Come on. Speed up, speed up. It did. So 9 for one city and 2 for the other one. So for now, 1 train is basically enough. 9, that's 2 cars and a bit. But it also shows this works. Misa happy. So what's left? Well, for now, nothing. Next episode, I will start with setting up the transportation route of the corn to the cargo station. This can be removed. And I can actually build cargo building. Don't think I will need it, but don't need that yet. We have 1 platform completely able to cover 240 grain, plus we have passenger. No, that's not passenger, that's cargo. 140, so we have 380 grain I can actually store here. That's not a problem. And that's done too. I almost forgot something. I can't build a crossing here. Actually, I can. But I won't, because that means my trucks had to stop here. I do have a tunnel, a bridge here. What happens if I connect this one? Not possible. Here it's possible because I don't have switches and a diamond crossing. It's too steep. But that works. And the nice part is we had a route coming this way. That one got blocked and actually was driving around, and it's likely, yep, it is. The green one is going through here again. And that's a machine supply. That's the one who is transporting everything we have over here to, where the hell is that cargo stop? Ah, there it is. To there. So that's covered too. The only question is, does it have machines yet? No. So let's check again. There's only one having machines. Oh, wait, that one. And that one's still using the old route because it picked the machines up before I changed it. So the first ones were all going different direction. That one will actually start doing the right one. This may do nothing, but that's solved too. So I think I leave it here for now. What are we going to do next week? First of all, grain transportation from here to there. That's number one. We will have food transportation from here to the commercial area. And that means I will connect those streets, probably connect those streets and try to get a nice flow. Maybe replace this crossing with a bridge or a tunnel and connect the roads so we get a nice flow going either that way or that way. If it's that way, and I don't have any problems, I can even connect this one and that one. So going like this, drop it off and try to avoid the residential area as much as possible. So that's the grain and the food. And I will set up the train transporting the grain from this to that and see what happens if we actually. Now I think I had that one already done. Grain Food Railroad, that is the green one. As you can see, pick it up, drop it off, pick it up. So that's one. And I won't use this setup, but I will use the same setup I've been using elsewhere, which is this. Entering at one point, leaving at the other, so you get a better flow. That's for next week. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I haven't processed much in time, but I think we've done quite a lot with the entire new rail line. Next week, we'll see if everything works well. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Hope to see you next week. Goodbye.